Okay, I'm going to read you a quote from the book. Y'all, is this book like blowing your mind? Every morning I get up around 4:30 and I dive into this book. I absolutely love it. I think about where I am now and where I was when I started the book. I'm on day 23. I'm not gonna tell a lie. I started reading the book a little bit before the group because I'm just like type of girl. But I think y'all should be on day around 13. So I'm gonna kind of go with day 13 today. So here's the quote from the book. For we are God's workmanship, created in Christ Jesus to do good works, which God prepared in advance for us to do. Ephesians 2:10. In the Greek word for workmanship literally means a work of art or masterpiece. So God is crafting you into the perfect tool to accomplish his amazing plan for you. So this concept has really taken me a long time to kind of understand because since I became a Beachbody coach or since I started my health and fitness journey a year and a half ago, I've really kind of worked through some things that I knew were there, but I didn't really realize what an impact they had had on my life, how much they were holding me back. But now that I've kind of worked through those struggles or really looked at them, I see how God was working in my life to kind of prepare me for where I am now or for my purpose. So when my mom was diagnosed with non-small cell lung carcinoma when I was 24. It was actually on my 24th birthday. Um, but by the time they found her cancer had already went to her brain. I don't want this to be sad, but it's kind of like my story. So it had went to her brain at that point. That's how she knew that she was sick or that something was wrong. She was having headaches. So I was 24. I lived in North Carolina. I was a young mom. I had two small children. Married. I'd been married for 6 years at that point. I got married when I was 18. But kind of my life. It's just one of those things that you never think you will hear that someone you love has cancer. So I went home with my children to be with my mom at the end of her life. A couple things that like really stick out to me during that time is that my sister at that time worked in the medical field, and so because my mom knew that my sister had been kind of exposed to people with illness, she would let my sister care for her, but she didn't want me. She wanted to kind of spare me from that. So as far as bathing and things that I so wanted to help with, she didn't want me to be a part of that because she was trying to spare me from seeing her like that. So that was really hard for me to kind of deal with. Okay. So my mom my mom also, while she was sick, she didn't have much of an appetite. She couldn't eat a lot, but I still remember, and this is kind of where I now like see where my kind of battle with food and using it to fuel my emotions began. But my mom would eat like a little bite of scone and I would have like two scones. And then in an hour, she would have another little bite. Joe would have another one or two scones. They were really good. They were cherry almond scones. I still remember them. Um, and so it was kind of then that I really started to fuel myself or my sadness with food. And that just kind of continued for years. My mom's been gone now almost 17 years this coming Christmas. And it has taken me this process, personal development, learning how to eat to fuel my body appropriately to really realize kind of wow, why I was turning to food in times of sadness, happiness, anger, you name it, I would go to food. So, but now how I see is that those struggles kind of led me to who I am today. I went to school to college to work in the medical field. I work in radiology. Now every day, probably 20 patients a day. I greet women that are going to have breast imaging. Some are there for a screening mammogram, and some people are there because they have, a concern. And so it's kind of my job to make them feel comfortable. I wasn't really able to help my mom in that situation when she was sick. But now I feel like even if I can make someone's experience in that 5 minutes that I'm with them better, then that just is something I feel led to do. And then I look at my struggle with food and kind of yo-yo dieting my whole life, turning to food for fuel or not for fuel. Now I do that, but turning to food just to fuel my feelings. And now I'm able to kind of share my story and my struggle and my journey with people as a Beachbody coach. Like I feel like God has put it in my heart to just be open and honest about like my past and where I am now. And so I guess do you ever really think about like your past struggles, like where they were, what they were, where you are now, learning from them? Um, and and then when you come in an area of conflict, like I stop sometimes and say, okay, God, what are you trying to tell me right now? I mean, I stop a lot of times during my day or drive home from work and just think, okay, I'm having this rough spot. What are you trying to tell me? Where are you? Um, I'm struggling. And, that maybe a past circumstance or this one day is going to help me in the future. So, whatever it is that y'all are struggling with, first, know that we're here. I know this is kind of an unconventional way to just, I don't know, get to know people, but build relationships. But some of my best friends are in this group, and they began with a simple accountability group a year and a half ago. And they have helped me grow so much, and I don't even know if they realize that. And this is a safe zone. So feel free to share, reach out to your coach if you guys are struggling with something. But know that by being here, you are moving forward. You are stronger every day because of those struggles, if you're going through them now or if you've overcame them. So you are an overcomer, and we love you. We are grateful that you are here. I don't know, share with us something that you struggled with this week and you overcame and how you did that, okay? Have a great weekend. Stay on track with your nutrition. Get that workout in, drink your Shakeology, and be you guys. Bye.